Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today, I'm in Pisgah National Forest, and I'm going to do a little Parks in the Air activation, hopefully. It's going to have to be a quick one. I've got to go pick up my daughters, who are in some Shakespeare rehearsals right now. And, ooh, this looks like a really good spot. I haven't been here before. They've been reworking some of these picnic areas. But this is perfect. See all that canopy above? A million places I can throw an antenna up. I hope to do this quickly. I'm using a radio I haven't used in a little while. And I've been meaning to get back to. And that would be the Xiegu X6200. Now, here's the thing. I hadn't taken this out in a while, and the reason why is I'm primarily a CW operator, and I was waiting for a firmware revision to come out that I could update the radio, and it would take care of some of the CW timer keying issues. Since this radio was released, and since I got a production unit, I think early June or something, there's been one firmware update that came out. Well, there was one that came out that they retracted because I think it was breaking up the radios. And then they came out with another one like in early August. I didn't see anywhere in the release notes that firmware update fixed the key or timing, but I'm going to find out today anyway. I went ahead and uploaded it, updated the radio, which is pretty simple to do. You know what? I'm going to put it back in here because I am about to put an antenna up. And I'm just going to have this thing pretty much shoot straight over my operating position here, and I don't want the radio to be harmed. Okay, let's look here real quick. This will be hopefully not too difficult. Which way should I do it though? I think I'll go over to this side over here. In fact, it's so thick. What I'm really having to figure out is where to launch it from. I think I'll do it from here. This is where I think I'll do it. I'll actually need to get a little bit of space back. Here we go. And I'm not wearing my wireless mic, so you may not hear everything while I'm doing this, but you'll be able to see my disappointment if I can't get it in the tree where I want it. Here we go. Works fine. Man, that'll work just fine. Planning to put up a random wire antenna real quick. My pack antenna, I believe. I think that's the one I've got packed, I hope. Let's check it out and make sure. What do I have here? I have my pack antenna. Random wire antenna. It's a 9-to-1 Unan. And I gotta do this right. It's all about the muscle memory, isn't it, Thomas? Yep, it is. For me, it is. I have to do knots like one way. Whoops. Almost grabbed the wrong side to do that. There we go. Okay. Let me go pull this up real quick. Actually, let's put it up here. Honestly, I have like 20 minutes maybe to do this activation. I may have a little more flexibility than that, but not a lot. It's got to be pretty quick. Okay, so put that one over here. This is a pretty short run of RG316. This is one that I made myself. It's not a ABR Industries or anything. Let's see, I may try to pull this so that it's kind of off to this side of the table. Right here. There we go. And I kind of crammed everything in my bag because I left in such a hurry today. So we'll see how this all works out. I really hope the keyer timing has been fixed. We'll find out. I'll have to do enough CQ calling and stuff, but I'm pretty sure I'll know. I'm also hoping that the internal battery is good enough in this to keep it going. I do have an external battery if I need it. You know what? Just so it doesn't delay me much, I'm going to go ahead and have this ready. Have it at the ready here. If I need it, it'll be here. Okay, let's put this down a little bit better. Here we go. Now, I need my key plugged in. And I think, I hope I brought it with me out here, did I? Yeah, I think I did. Use my TP3 again. With the little Tufton cover, which I like this thing. I need to clean this jeweler's block though. Okay, you know what I'll do? Stick it down here. That's one kind of out of the way. So I'm going to try to run this off of battery, just pure battery. Let's go ahead and start it up because it takes a while to get going. And I'll grab my logbook, get this set up. Can you tell I'm in a hurry? Okay, I have to wait for it to do its thing. I double checked that, you know, the updating process for firmware is not too hard on this radio, but there's a weird bit where you have to get back into the radio and tell it to do the firmware update after you've reloaded the radio on the little micro SD card that fits in on the side, that where you flash the new OS or the new firmware. And it acts weird, like it does, kind of like you say to do the firmware update and it clicks a few things and it just turns off quickly. And I thought at first maybe something was wrong with it, but yeah, it was actually working properly. Okay, so 06 September 2024, Pisgah National Forest, and this is the X6200 and Pactena random wire. And what else do I put in here? Right, so we're going to be on 20 meters probably, CW. Oh yes, US 4510. It's actually 2 parks in one, I think, but that's okay. Let's see how this audio does. Let's move up here to 1403. I'm not seeing a lot of stuff here on the bands, but I'm hoping there's some activity today. We'll find out. Okay, let's see. Where's the ATU button? There it is. Oh, ATU on, tune. There we go. I wonder if we're having like a solar flare or something. I'm not seeing hardly any. Yeah, okay. That side tone is a little loud. How do you turn that? Okay, how do I turn the tone level? Just messing this all up. There we go. Oh, it's the outer ring of the... Okay, there we go. Oh no, I moved. Oh! What was on, 57.5, is that right? Okay. When I try to send a K, sometimes it wants to send a B when I do it iambic. Oh no, a C. Yep. So obviously they haven't really touched on that yet. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's who I heard. Was that right? Oh, there we go. Oh, why did I put W? Of course it's K9VIC. Sorry about that, old friend. My W's and K's are good. Okay, wait. Oh, wait, here we go, here we go. Got you, got you. Sorry about that. Yep, E. Gotcha, gotcha. Awesome to get you in here while you're stateside. Holy cow. The keyer timing is still off. I don't think they've changed it at all. Another Iowa. Okay, sorry. There we go. K's and C's are the hardest to form with the way the keyer is right now. I'd say this antenna's working, isn't it? Man, this is like the old days. I'm pretty sure I got my 10. I will have to cut this short though. I can't tell if that's KF. Good to get your logs. Ooh, I'm really low on his end. Okay. I approve your call sign suffix as a North Carolinian. Barbecue. Okay. Okay, that's good enough. That works. Because I need to hop off here. Okay, let's see how many I actually got. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 in how many minutes? 13 in 12 minutes. That's perfect. That's fantastic, actually. And especially after spending some time here with W4 stroke G4 ELZ. Sorry about that, how long that took for me to get you there. But yeah, very happy with this. Now I need to pack up, go get one of my daughters. So, well, let me just say this, or get both of my daughters, not just one of them. I think they'd be a little upset with me. I only picked up one. So, you know, it's a 6200. I think it's a pretty capable radio, and I can see where a lot of people would really like it for single sideband and digital modes and everything. I gotta say, as a CW operator, and this is really coming from the perspective of a CW operator here primarily, I think that the audio is not that wonderful for CW. Maybe I'm thinking about this most because yesterday I was using my Tentec Argonaut 6, which has really wonderful audio, and I was having pileups. I feel that the speaker on this is just a little tinny for that. But, you know, it's loud enough and stuff. It's got a pretty loud speaker, so, yeah, I guess it's okay. But certainly it seems like the noise floor is pretty acceptable here. The keyer timing, though, is a real issue. I can't quite make it out. I was sitting here trying to evaluate it as I was using it. But in this particular firmware revision, which basically I think has still the original keyer timing issue of the original firmware 1.0 version, I noticed that Ks, especially if there's a space before the K, and you're not within the TR switching where it's actually, you know, kind of waiting on you to send the next character, it hasn't gone back to the receiver side. I think when it flips to the receiver side after a TR switch, and then you try to form a K, I think that's when it's not doing it right. Or a C, a C, every time I try to do a C after a space, it wants, when I start with a C like CQ, it wants to send a B for some reason. It doesn't want to take it when I do an iambic. And in fact, C's are hard to form anyway on this right now. So you may have noticed that when I had a C, like K9VIC, I had to just do his call sign, you know, dotted, you know, I had to do it dotted. And so, as opposed to like using iambic, I can't squeeze it like I'd normally do for a C. And I think the same thing for K2ZC. So I want them to fix that keyer timing issue and make it a much more pleasant radio to operate. So I'm kind of hoping that comes along. I don't know how long Radio Oddity will let me keep this radio before I need to send it back, but I'd love to check it out when they've worked on the keyer timing. I'm sure that they can fix this because they've done it in the G106, the X5105, the G90, the G6100, or X6100. All of those radios had keyer timing issues, I believe, when they were first released. Best my memory serves, at least. And Xiegu went in and fixed it later, but this one has not had the firmware updates rolling out like the other models before it. I've only seen really one firmware revision since this came out, and yeah, the screen again is really, really nice. I like the screen on this radio, so I want it to be a good radio for CW though. I don't know if that's their target market. I don't think that CW is their target market for this, and I don't know if they have any beta testers that are actually testing it in CW, because I feel like if they did, they would have already sorted this stuff out pretty early on in the game, but I don't know. I have no insight with Xiegu at all, but it is a good value of a radio, and it's very capable. I love the fact that all of their X model radios, like the X5105, the X6100, the X6200, that all these have built-in ATUs, microphones. They have a built-in battery. I love the fact that this battery pack is removable. That's really nice to be able to do that. Pull out the battery pack like that. The previous models couldn't do that. And I gotta say, this was sitting on my shelf for probably a month without me using it, and I picked it up and the battery life is still pretty good in it. So there must not have been a whole lot of phantom load, if there is, with this radio. So I consider that very much a positive. This is actually a power cord for my IC705. The Xiegu products all use the same coaxial size, port size. I've just been putting it in this little 8 case, really made for lenses and cameras and stuff, and it works fine for this. I'll put both of these in here right now. I'm not putting that in there, am I? Nope. Oh, gotta take a picture. Did I take any photos at all of this? You know, I don't know if I did. I don't think I did. I don't think I took a single photo. I'll have to pull photos from my video to do this one. Oh man, can you believe that? Oh well, I'm at least going to take a photo of my log here. Here we go. It's the first page, and this is the second page. That's okay. This will be a pretty short video anyway. And let me take a picture of my PATENA out here. I have to say, this is like nearly ideal when you got a little short antenna like a random wire. It's perfect for this. Okay, put this up. And here, I need to take the sticker off that. I've got so many of those floating around. I have probably purchased, no fooling, probably 8 or so of those graph gear pins. I like them a lot, and I throw them in every pack I got because I just think I like them so much. I like some of the other pins I use too, but the graph gear I tend to gravitate toward that one a little bit more. I think it just kind of suits me a little bit better or something. Whoops, there we go. There's the microphone. I brought it, but I just didn't have enough time to do 2 different modes today. So we did what we did. Okay, let's look here. Pull this off. Put up this cable. I don't really need to do any over-unders or anything. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a regular figure 8 with it. There we go. The weather today is really, really pleasant. It's kind of dry. Feels a little fall-like. I know that it's probably going to get warm again soon, but I'm going to enjoy this as long as I possibly can. Okay, I didn't tie off the end of this, so I can just take this down right now. I do have this pretty much over my head, but I didn't see any dead branches or anything. There's some little tiny branches up here, but there's no reason I can't just go ahead and pull this through right now. This PATENA is an awesome 9-1. I also like the Tufton random wire antenna as well. It's a little bit different design. PATENA is super durable, and in full disclosure, my friend George KJ6VU is the guy who's behind PATENA. He and Mark, my other friend, N6MTS, they're both there. And it's a good company. They can hardly keep their stuff in stock. As soon as like one of their radios is in stock, it's almost immediately our radios. When their antennas are in stock, sorry, I was paying attention to something else. When their antennas are in stock, they don't last long. It's a struggle for them to keep track or to keep it in stock. Okay, I'm just going to redo this. It'll take me about an extra 7 seconds. Whoops. I'm going to knock down this camera if I'm not careful. Let's put this in. There we go. Wait, is that? I want to move back a little bit. That almost looks like poison ivy. I'm not sure that one is or not, but I'm not going to take my chances there. I don't think it is. But this is a place where it could certainly be. Way so it's not in the way of any poison ivy, if that actually is. Those are the things you have to watch out for above and beyond just your normal radio stuff. So you're going to know what poison ivy is. Here you're going to need to be looking out for snakes and bears and various bugs and things that you may not want. Even in a park like this, I consider to be it's near a really urban area, well, a fairly urban area. You still have little critters, and especially poison ivy. So, at least I'll take a picture of my backpack. Can't believe I didn't do that. It was crazy. But you know what? I was in a hurry, and I did this in just time. We have just enough time to go pick up our daughter. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you had, if you're thinking about getting this X6200 and you're a CW operator, I would encourage you to wait a little bit until they get that sorted out. I want to see that keyer working better. As a CW op, the reason I have not been using this a lot in the field is because I just don't enjoy using that keyer the way it is right now. I have to like tell my muscle memory to do something it's not used to doing in order to make that work. And it shouldn't be that way. It should just work. So, yeah, I'm hoping that they'll sort that out. I'm going to send a message to them and remind them to kind of work on that a little bit. But it's always fun using different radios and coming out here in the field and doing even a really quick little activation. But anyway, I've got to hit the road now. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you so much to my Patreon and Coffee Fund supporters who make all this possible and keep this all ad-free and everything. It'll be ad-free anyway. I don't want to do ads in my YouTube channel. But thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. And let's take care of everyone out there, because all we got on this planet is each other, okay? Until next time, 7 twos.